Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. In this video I'm going to be drawing 3 weapon concepts that I just randomly came up with. More for practice and for fun, and because I love drawing weapons, it's a thing. So the method I'm using is something that's been used by most concept artists that I've followed in the past, which is called silhouetting. The way silhouetting works is that you just draw random scribbles, random shapes, until you see something that can actually be used. And the way it does that is it forces the brain to recognize forms and shapes, and it becomes easier than just going in with a plan or sitting there and thinking of what you want to draw first. Unless you actually want to draw something very specific, in which case silhouetting has no purpose. But I didn't go into this with any plan. I just sort of went with whatever I thought looked cool. So you take the silhouettes and then you clean them up, and you start finishing them, or just detailing them, really. So the way I do it is I take the silhouette, clean it up, create an extra layer, and then just draw with fine white lines kind of the details that I will at a later date fill in. I think it's a very fun and relaxing way to practice drawing a lot of surfaces with your tablet. Because, you know, for the past few days when I've been posting digital stuff, people have said that they're in kind of the same situation that I am regarding picking up a tablet and drawing. It's a scary concept, and it's something that you're not easily used to. So I think that this is a great way to get the practice in without actually having to plan out a scene or draw characters or stuff like that. Because it's mostly about how the basics work, you know, light, shadow, bounce light, rim light, all of that. And once you get all of those down and you have a good foundation for that, then drawing characters is really just thinking of everything in a simple shape, you know. So weapons are more complex in shapes, and that it forces you to assimilate the concepts of lighting faster, because, you know, you gotta do it if you want to make something that looks decent. So drawing characters is actually then a simpler task than if you were going straight for that. You know, characters is always a sensitive thing because, well, not sensitive, but scary in taking that up, because you got to deal with expression, emotion, dynamics, motion. You know, well, with a weapon, it's a static object. It doesn't really matter, but it's still a fun way to stimulate the imagination, especially with a method that doesn't involve like sitting down and planning. You know, such as silhouetting first and then just, you know, duplicating shapes or creating something interesting out of just a random scribble. I think that's pretty cool. So the way I get my practice in is I have the tablet and 2 monitors. So I just sit down and queue up a playlist of series that I normally watch in VLC. And that usually gets me through a few good hours of sitting there and drawing. So this whole thing took about 4 hours, for example, all 3 weapons. And of course it's more than it should, but I'm still at the beginning. But yeah, I just queued up, like, I don't know, 10 episodes of whatever the hell I'm watching, and it's usually got to be something that's not doesn't require you to look at the screen. And there are series that don't actually require you to look at them very much. Something that uses dialogue only, or psychological stuff, or even comedies. You know, you can just sit there and sort of gaze at the other monitor once in a while to see what's going on if there's no talking. But if there's talking and you know the characters, then it's generally just fine just listening to it. Really, it's enough. So yeah, it's a pretty fun way to do it. I kind of dig it. I'm probably gonna sit here and draw more objects, something like wood. I need practice with wood surfaces. Metal, I got it pretty well down. I think I'm using a textured brush for metal, and it seems to do the job without me having to try too hard. I downloaded this set of painter's brushes from DeviantArt. It's like a collection of the most popular Photoshop brushes out there, and it's really nothing special. It's more like textured stuff, you know, just a brush to give it a bit of pizzazz, I suppose you can call it that. But what I use mostly is just a round regular brush, and that's what most people I've watched, you know, most professionals recommend that you use, because fancy brushes that do the work for you, that's not really great, because you need to get the practice with your hand and not just splatter a brush there and bam, done. Yeah, that's kind of the point, is to obtain the texture you want by creating it yourself. So anyway, it's pretty cool. I like it. I'm getting slightly better at it, I think. Still need more practice with color. Of course, the way certain people do it is just they draw straight in color, which is great. I mean, it looks much better than doing it in grayscale and then overlaying color on top. But I'm still at the beginning, and I'm still kind of afraid of doing that just yet. But I'll try it at a certain point just to see how it goes, because it looks cleaner when you draw in color directly and you obtain the value via color and not grayscale. So anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Just a fun little video. I really love weapons. You know, weapons is my thing. So drawing them is really not a drag at all, and I could do this all day. It's pretty cool. So give it a shot if you want. If you share my passion for medieval fantasy weapons, I think it's a great way to get the practice in and not be scared of your character looking derpy or whatnot. So yeah, please rate that shit if you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.